What if the assets you think are building your freedom are actually the reason you're still stuck? I'm talking about investments that look smart, feel responsible, and even get praised by your friends, but quietly drain your time, money, and future. These aren't bad decisions. They're worse. They're good-sounding traps. Stick around, because once you spot these, you'll never look at smart money moves the same again. And the last one? It's probably the most expensive thing you own, and the most dangerous. Asset number 1, vacation home. You know that dream? A beach house, ocean breeze, cold drink in hand, freedom at last. But here's the truth no one mentions at the family BBQ: that vacation home can turn into one of the biggest cash flow killers you'll ever own. What looks like financial freedom on Instagram becomes an income-draining asset in real life. Property taxes, maintenance, insurance, it stacks up fast. And guess what? You're only there a few weekends a year, if that. It's like buying freedom and locking it away behind a mortgage. People convince themselves they're buying peace, when in reality they're just buying financial stress in slow motion. That vacation home sits there, empty and expensive, bleeding money every single month. And selling it? Not as easy as you think. That's what we call a low liquidity asset. Flashy, but functionally useless. If your goal is to escape the rat race, tying up hundreds of thousands in something that doesn't pay you back is a bad investment. Want the beach? Rent it. Want income? Invest in short-term rentals or REITs that actually give returns. Let me paint a real picture. Marcus, a dentist from San Diego, bought his dream lake house. Over 5 years, he spent nearly $90,000 in upkeep, property taxes, and fees, and visited the place just 18 times. That's $5,000 per visit. What was meant to feel like time freedom became a freedom illusion, a heavy anchor disguised as a hammock. And if that's just asset number 1, you can probably guess what's coming next. Asset number 2, timeshare. It always starts the same way. You're sipping a cocktail on vacation when someone offers you exclusive access to paradise for life. Enter the timeshare, a classic freedom illusion wrapped in sunshine and sales tactics. At first, it seems like a ticket to financial freedom, but blink twice, and you're locked into a lifetime of hidden costs, annual fees, and blackout dates. It's like buying a slice of heaven and realizing it comes with property taxes in hell. Welcome to one of the most persistent assets that trap you. Here's what they won't tell you until it's too late. A timeshare is rarely an asset. It's a liability, and often a negative return asset at that. You'll pay thousands up front and then keep paying, even if you never go back. Try selling it? You'll find thousands of people online begging others to take theirs, some even offering to pay you to assume the contract. It's the poster child of poor ROI assets. All commitment, zero flexibility, and absolutely no liquidity. And the worst part? Most owners feel stuck in the system, unable to leave without penalties. Want a smarter move? Ditch the timeshare fantasy and opt for freedom in reality. Rent high-end properties through platforms like Airbnb Luxe or boutique villas. No contracts, no maintenance, no strings. You keep your money flexible, liquid, and under your control. You get the experience without the chains. Because the real trap isn't just the money, it's the false sense of progress you feel when you think owning equals winning. And speaking of buying things to look successful, asset number 3, personal business without a system. Starting your own personal business sounds like the ultimate escape hatch, right? Be your own boss, call the shots, build your legacy. It's sold as the express lane to independence and time freedom. But here's the twist most gurus forget to mention. If your business can't run without you, it's not freedom. It's a fancy cage with your name on the door. The truth is, many entrepreneurs just trade their old boss for 16-hour days and weekend burnout. What was meant to free them from the grind becomes a dream-turned-nightmare. Let's make it real. Take Laura. She left her job to open a boutique bakery. Fast forward 3 years, and she's working more than ever, answering supplier emails at midnight and skipping every family holiday. Sure, the bakery is hers, but she's stuck in it, chained to every decision, every bill, every breakdown. Her personal business became a cash flow killer. Why? Because she built a job, not a system. No automation, no delegation, just responsibilities stacked on stress, all in the name of freedom. But here's what the truly free do differently. They build systems. Whether it's a digital course that sells while you sleep, a dropshipping store with automated fulfillment, or a service business run by a trained team, the model matters more than the idea. Tools like Notion, Zapier, and QuickBooks can turn chaos into clarity. Read the E-Myth. Revisited or built to sell. They're roadmaps for building a business that works without you. Because if you can't walk away for 2 weeks without the whole thing collapsing, you're not free. You're stuck. And wait till you hear what happens when you invest big in a brand, not a system. Asset number 4. Expensive franchise. On paper, an expensive franchise looks like the golden shortcut to financial freedom. You get the brand recognition, the blueprint, and a proven model, all wrapped up in a neat marketing deck. But here's the truth behind the polished brochure. You're not buying freedom. You're buying rules, royalties, and relentless oversight. You don't own the idea, you're renting it. And for many, this is just another hidden trap that feels like entrepreneurship, but behaves like corporate captivity with extra fees. Let's talk numbers. The upfront cost of a well-known franchise can be $150,000 or more, plus monthly royalties and advertising fees. And guess what? You still have to work full-time to manage staff, follow brand rules, and hit performance metrics you didn't create. You can't innovate. You can't pivot. You can't even change the color of your sign without permission. It's the ultimate false sense of progress. You're a business owner on paper, but a glorified manager in reality. The dream of independence? More like an expensive mirage. Instead of dumping 6 figures into someone else's system, ask yourself, what could I build with half that budget and full control? A lean online brand, a YouTube channel, a digital product empire. You get all the upside, none of the handcuffs. Real freedom is about control, not logos. The wealthy don't rent their success, they build it. And speaking of ownership, let's look at one of the biggest myths in real estate next. Buying a rental that doesn't pay you back. Asset number 5, rental property. With no cash flow. Real estate is one of the most glorified paths to wealth, and for good reason. But not all property is created equal. A rental property with no cash flow can become a financial deadweight faster than you think. Many people jump in thinking they're securing financial freedom, only to find themselves stuck with hidden costs, negative margins, and tenants who pay late or not at all. If that property isn't putting money in your pocket every single month, it's not an asset. It's a pretty liability disguised as an asset. Let's break it down. Imagine buying a rental that covers the mortgage. Barely. Sounds fine, right? Until you factor in vacancy periods, maintenance, taxes, insurance, and the occasional plumbing disaster at 2 a.m. Before you know it, that passive income turns actively stressful. Sam from Atlanta thought he had struck gold with a duplex, but after 12 months, he was $4,300 in the hole. Why? Because he fell for the illusion that ownership equals profit, instead of running the numbers like a business. That's the danger of a poor ROI asset. The smart move? Analyze everything through a cash flow lens. Use conservative estimates. Add a 10% reserve for repairs. Plan for vacancies. Tools like BiggerPockets, calculators, or Roofstock can help you stress test the deal. And if the numbers don't work, walk away. Real estate only builds wealth when the property pays you, not the other way around. But sadly, many investors stay in these traps because they believe it'll turn around. Now imagine locking up your retirement money in something even more deceptive. Asset number 6, private retirement plan with poor structure. There's something oddly comforting about a private retirement plan. It feels responsible, adult, like you're finally playing the long game. But here's what most people don't see. Some of these plans are built to make brokers rich, not you. If your returns are barely outpacing inflation or tied up in high fees, you're not preparing for freedom. You're securing financial stress in retirement. What should be your cushion becomes a bad investment, silently eroding your money over decades. Take a step back. Ask yourself, what's the ROI? Can you withdraw without penalties? What are the hidden fees? Many of these accounts are low liquidity assets, which means once your money's in, it's locked up. And if you're paying 1.5% to 2% annually in management fees, that adds up to hundreds of thousands lost over time. That's not wealth building. That's wealth leaking. Just ask Maya, who realized her safe retirement plan gave her less in 15 years than a basic S&P 500 index fund would have with zero stress. If you want real independence, look at Roth IRAs, 401ks with employer match, or even low-fee ETFs through platforms like Vanguard or Fidelity. These vehicles give you control, transparency, and often better returns. Retirement isn't just about someday, it's about building options. And nothing kills options like being stuck in a system designed to restrict you. But if you think locking up your retirement is bad, wait till we talk about the freedom fantasy of financing your life. Asset number 7. Financed car or house. A new car in the driveway. A shiny house with granite countertops. These are the symbols society hands us to say, you made it. But let's be honest. If it's financed, do you really own it? Or does it own you? A financed car or house, especially when stretched beyond your means, can turn into a cash flow killer faster than you can say monthly installment. It's not just the price tag, it's the interest, the depreciation, and the emotional weight of being tied to payments that last longer than the thrill. Let's zoom in. The average new car loses 20% of its value the second you drive off the lot. Meanwhile, you're still paying full price, plus interest. That's a negative return asset on 4 wheels. Now stack that with a mortgage on a house you can't really afford. Hello, financial stress. The bank might call it equity, but if your monthly payment leaves you with no margin for savings or investments, it's not equity. It's a trap. You've traded time freedom for square footage, and freedom doesn't live in high ceilings. So what's the smarter play? 4 cars. Buy used, reliable, and ideally in cash. Think Toyota Camry, Honda Accord, low mileage, 2-3 years old. For homes, follow the 25-25-4 rule. No more than 25% of take-home pay on the mortgage, 20% down, and a 15-year fixed rate if possible. The goal isn't to live like you're broke, it's to live like you're free. Because the illusion of success through ownership is exactly that, an illusion. And nothing fuels that illusion faster than upgrading your lifestyle every time your income goes up. Asset number 8. Lifestyle upgrades. The raise came in. Bonus landed. Maybe a little side hustle took off. So naturally, it feels like time to celebrate. New phone, nicer apartment, dining out 4 nights a week. You've earned it, right? Here's the hidden danger. Lifestyle upgrades feel like freedom, but they're often the fastest route to staying stuck. This is the classic freedom illusion, when every increase in income is immediately matched by new expenses. You're not escaping the rat race, you're just buying faster shoes. There's a name for this, lifestyle creep. It's when your cost of living rises in perfect sync with your income. One day you're earning double what you made 5 years ago, and you still feel broke. The new clothes, gadgets, and subscriptions become income-draining assets, small on paper, massive over time. Sarah, a graphic designer, went from $40K to $90K a year. She thought she was winning, until she realized she had less saved than when she made half as much. That's the power of a false sense of progress. Want real financial freedom? Practice income growth with lifestyle stability. Delay gratification long enough to let your money compound. Automate your investments. Give every raise a job before your habits give it one for you. Track your spending for 30 days, just once, and you'll see where your freedom is leaking. The goal isn't deprivation, it's direction. And if you've been chasing peace through purchases, maybe it's time to flip the game entirely. So now that you've seen the truth behind these so-called assets, which ones are hiding in your life right now? Are you really building financial freedom, or just maintaining a more expensive version of being stuck? Be honest. Which of these traps surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. Your story might wake someone else up too. And if this made you think twice about where your money's going, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Because the real path to freedom isn't flashy, it's intentional. And we're just getting started.